Good morning, welcome to part 2 of the Weekendween vlog. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll link it up here. Make sure you go check that out so you're caught up on what's going on. So it's currently Sunday morning and it is just like a beautiful rainy fall morning. So we're just having a really cozy time. The Halloween party last night was really fun and I'm just so happy that I went. I got to see all my friends. Everyone went so all out with their Halloween costumes. It was really fun. Again, I apologize for not taking any photos or video of the Halloween costume. You're just gonna have to believe me that it was really good. It's super funny to try to talk with giant fangs in your mouth. So vlog number 1 is exporting right now. It's gonna be a race against time to see if that video exports and uploads before it's supposed to go live at noon, because it's currently 11:10 and it's like halfway done exporting. It's gonna take another half an hour to export. I need a new computer. I cannot edit on my laptop anymore. It's old. It's not. She's trying real hard, but she just overheats so quickly. I literally have a fan pointed at the laptop to try to cool it down. That's what's happening right there. So it looks like Sully wants to go for a walk, so I'm gonna take him on that in just a moment. But I did finish A Dowry of Blood this morning. I'm really loving vampire stories right now. I think Woman Eating is still my favorite, but oh my goodness, Dowry of Blood was so good. I loved the fact that it was just written in these letters to her husband. I loved the whole thing, the relationships between her and the other people who her husband brought into their marriage, and how they were all grappling with the fact that he was really manipulative and controlling and abusive. It was just such a good book. Really loved that and would highly recommend. So now we're gonna be reading one of these. The last vlog was very chaotic, so let's try to be a little bit more organized. These are the prompts for Weekendween. We have achieved the audiobook prompt. We have achieved the book with a creature in it / creature on the cover prompt because we read A Dowry of Blood and she's a vampire. Oh, and we also used a coin to pick the hollow places. So the last prompt I believe we need to fulfill is read a book in the dark. So that's gonna be the goal for tonight or maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow is Halloween. So maybe we'll read in the dark on Halloween. That'll be extra spooky. So we need to pick an audiobook and we need to pick a physical book. Let's pick the audiobook first in case Sully decides that he's done being quiet. We need to go on our walk now. Let's see what I've got from Scribd. I should have a ton of stuff now. So we have Just Like Home, Little Eve, Devil House, This Thing Between Us, Sundial, Dead Silence. Okay, we're gonna read Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. I've heard mixed reviews about this, so be an interesting one to talk to you guys about. It's gonna take me about 5 hours to read, so let's go do that. Hi, let's chat about Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. This is narrated by the same person who narrated The Echo Wife, and I gotta say, I love the way that the audiobook narrator portrays Sarah Gailey's writing. It's match made in heaven. They're really good. I would recommend, if you are going to pick up Just Like Home, I would recommend not reading any synopsis or anything if you're interested. Here's the pitch that I will give you. This is about a woman whose mother is dying and she hasn't been back to her childhood home in a long time. Something strange has gone on with her father. He's infamous. And her mother is now charging people to stay at their house and has like preserved things in the house so that people can come and experience living in the house. So our main character has come back because her mother is dying and she needs to take care of her mother and also get the house packed up and ready to sell or get rid of or do whatever she wants to do with. That's the pitch I want you to go into this book with, because I feel like the synopsis tells you too much. The way that the book is written, it kind of just dumps you into her head. It's written like it's a plot point, like it's a reveal, but all that stuff is in the synopsis, and I hate it when they do that with books. I understand that they need to tell people what's going on with the book in order for people to want to know if they want to pick it up, but that's the synopsis I'll give you. I almost picked it up in the bookstore because there is like a little mention of maybe the house is haunted, but I'm glad I picked this up instead because I'm really loving the audiobook of Just Like Home. Now we're gonna pick up something physically. I am so tired, so I think I need something short. So I'm gonna read, and then I woke up. It's such a gloomy day outside. It's like a perfect fall day. It's cold, but not so cold that you have to wear like a winter coat. Go outside without gloves on. The fall leaves look beautiful. It rained this morning. It's just like misting right now. I love days like this. So I've got my cup of tea. I'm just gonna sit here and read this and relax. Hello. My brain is mush, so I have not been updating you, but I have been reading a little bit. My brain is a bowl of cold mashed potatoes, and I do not have the ability to read or speak to you coherently, as you can tell. I'm just very, very tired. I'm reading and then I woke up, and it's really, really good. I've already underlined many things. There is a lot of commentary on our world. I was expecting commentary, social commentary. I was not expecting it to be so contingent on like the way that our society currently works. I have a lot of thoughts about this, but I can't express them to you right now. I need to stop filming and stop reading tonight. I need to be done tonight. I need to go to bed. I'm so sorry. I really thought I was gonna read like 2 books today, and instead I've read half of the shortest book that I'm gonna read for this readathon, and tomorrow's Monday, which makes me super sad because I have to work tomorrow, obviously, so I'm not gonna have a ton of time to do a lot more reading. That's okay, because reading isn't something that I want to ever force myself to do, and if my brain needs a day to be a pile of goop, then we're gonna give it a day to be a pile of goop. I'm still enjoying Just Like Home, and I am really, really enjoying this, and I'm not going to force myself to read them when my brain is mush, because then I won't enjoy them, and I think they both have the capacity to be books that I enjoy a lot. So, I'm going to go to bed. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, good night. Hi, happy Halloween. It's now Monday. I've had like non-stop meetings all day, so it's actually already 2 o'clock. And it's raining, so Sully and I have been on a lot of wet walks, and there's mud all over my couch from when he ran inside with muddy paws. So it's been an interesting day already. Do I have reading updates for you? I do have reading updates for you. So today we've been listening to Just Like Home on audiobook. I really, really love this, and I'm really curious to see which direction it's going to go. I can definitely see why this isn't for everyone, because it's a very slow burn, and I think it's either gonna go really crazy or just kind of like stay where it's at. It's just reminding me of kind of the tone of the Pallbearers Club. There's this undercurrent of like darkness and things are unsettling, but it's not clear whether there is a paranormal aspect to this or not. There's also this non-paranormal horror situation that has occurred in the house that we are learning about, and learning about our main characters' involvement and knowledge of that event. It's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. I think this is perfect as an audiobook. I think I would probably get bored reading the physical book because there's not a lot of plot, but as an audiobook experience, especially on a dreary, rainy day like this, it's perfect. Super unsettling. I love the audiobook narrator, so I would definitely recommend the audiobook for this. I've got about an hour and a half left of the audiobook, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish that today, but if I'm not able to wrap it up, I'll definitely tell you about it in my October wrap-up coming on Sunday. Oh, one other thing, since I don't have a ton of reading updates for you, I have a puppy update for you. So I've mentioned before that I'm raising another service dog. I just got the flight information for him today, so he is arriving on Thursday. So depending on how my schedule is, you might see him make an appearance in my October wrap-up video, which would be very, very fun. Those are all the updates I have for you. I'm gonna go eat lunch because I haven't eaten lunch yet. I've been in back-to-back meetings. So I need to go eat lunch, and then I need to get caught up on a bunch of other stuff that I'm doing for work. So let's go do that. Ready? I have banana bread, and I finished reading Just Like Home, so I'll tell you about that, but let's try this first. I'm having a really lovely Halloween. I have my witch hat on. There aren't a ton of kids in our neighborhood, but I do have a bowl of candy for them. I've had like a couple of groups of kids come up, so I'm happy that I got to give people candy, even though it wasn't a lot of them. So I think they might be done for the night. It's 8, and typically all the kids that are in the neighborhood are pretty young. So I know last year I didn't see very many people after 8, but I'm hoping maybe a couple more kids will come because I have a lot of candy left. I've got like 60 pages left, so I'm just going to give you final thoughts when I finish. I finished Just Like Home. The ending of that book got absolutely insane. So I'm really happy that it went where it went, because I was kind of hoping it would go over the top, and it did go over the top, and I just really, really loved it. If you liked both The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager and My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, I think you'll like Just Like Home. I don't think that a lot of people are gonna like this book, and I understand why a lot of people don't like this book. So I don't know if I will recommend it widely, but I did personally very much enjoy it. I have so much footage to edit, so I'm gonna eat this banana bread and edit this video, and then we'll finish reading this book in the dark by candlelight once I'm sure all the trick-or-treaters are gone, but I want to keep the light on for now so they know that like I'm here, I'm home, and I would like to give them candy, so I will see you later. I'm gonna finish the last couple of pages of this in the dark so we can complete this prompt. And I gotta say, it's super spooky outside. So I can see the moon, and it's really foggy because someone was lighting off fireworks. So let's finish this. This is so good. I was expecting this to be a zombie story. I was expecting social commentary. Like I said earlier, I was not expecting this to hit the way that it did. I underlined quite a few things in here, and I'm not typically an annotator. The concept of being trapped in a narrative and blind to the experience of others. The difference between people who do get infected and don't get infected, and the way that people are trying to snap them out of this false narrative. It just had a lot to say. If you're looking for something short to pick up that really packs a punch, I would highly, highly recommend this. So we have completed all the prompts for Weekendween. I had such a lovely time participating in this readathon, and I'm now going to have to stay up forever to edit this video. I have way too much footage. So this is where I'm going to leave you. So to recap, we read The Hollow Places, amazing, incredible, new favorite. We read A Dowry of Blood, also amazing. I think probably 4 stars is what I would give A Dowry of Blood. Then we read half of Woman in the Window, and then we DNF'd. And then we read Just Like Home, which I also really, really loved. I think 4 stars. Just Like Home, 4 stars. And finally, And Then I Woke Up, which is 5 stars. So happy with the books for this readathon. I mean, I loved pretty much everything that I read. And I'm really, really excited to pick up Mary and The Haunting of Ashburn House, which I bought in that first vlog. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here. I will see you back on Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern for my October wrap-up. Just a little warning, I read more books than I've ever read in a single month, ever. So it's gonna be a long one. Hopefully the puppy will be there to make a guest appearance. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more book, and now there will be lots of puppy content as well because I'm adding a new member to my pack. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching. I would love to chat with you in the comments about what you've been reading recently. Bonus points if you have recommendations of horror that I should pick up, because I'm still in a thriller horror mood. I have not exhausted that genre this month, even though I read a lot of it. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.